What is going on, everybody? Oh my goodness, I'm glad it went live because it has been a time with my computer between yesterday and today. It has been a time with my computer. I've been trying to let Casey know what's been going on with my computer, but I don't even know what's been going on with my computer. I got this like really long error message where it was trying to pretty much update my computer and it couldn't do it. And then I refreshed my computer and it was like, you won't lose everything. And then I lost everything. And I was like, but wait, that's not what anyway. So so I don't have any more pictures anymore. So I gotta like revamp all my pictures again. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, we got the weekly WWE review for 12/19 through 12/21, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so we're talking a little WWE. This is post Roadblock End of the line. I know we still got the what is it, Raw pay-per-view SmackDown to do as well. I forgot about that. I know we still got to do that as well. But we got we got some shows this week. What is it, Raw? I think I liked Raw again this week. I don't know what it was. Like, what wasn't I really high on Raw last week?
I think so.
Yeah, like I think I really liked Raw again this week. I don't know what it was about. Like I don't know if I'm actually just sitting down and watching it, but like for some reason I really liked it because there's just a lot of things about it that I really liked. But okay, so what we're probably gonna do? I'm gonna give you SmackDown, and I'm gonna give you 205 Live. Does that sound good?
You're not gonna give me a SmackDown because
You didn't watch SmackDown? Okay. All
I,
right.
but I didn't write any notes about it.
Okay. All right. So I'll take SmackDown. I'll give you Raw. You want 205 Live or NXT?
Uh,
NXT was actually pretty good this week too.
I'll take NXT.
All right. Let's start with I guess Raw then.
I mean that would be a place to start because
Let's start on Monday. Let's start on Monday and we'll work through the week, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. But I liked Raw too, and I think part of it is with the pay-per-view being the night before, and that's whether Raw or SmackDown has the better pay-per-view each month. I think in a way it's a little bit better for Raw just because you go from the pay-per-view Sunday and then the very next day you get the fallout and all of like what happens next. Whereas SmackDown you have to wait that extra day, which kind of sucks. At least it's not like it used to be where you had to wait until Thursday or Friday, unless you watched Red Spoilers or whatever. But I felt like the best part of the opening segment for me was Owens and Jericho talking about how if Santa gave out Michael Cole for Christmas, it would be the worst Christmas ever. I thought that was pretty funny. Then Jericho put Santa on the list because he could do that. And then when the shark cage was introduced, it just got better and better and better. I love Jericho getting put into the shark cage, and Owens is like, "Get out of the cage! Get out of the cage!" He's just like, this is not safe at all, and he closes it, and Mick Foley locks it. I was like, oh, this is so great. I loved Cass getting himself disqualified for viciously attacking Rusev. I like the vicious side of him. I feel like we don't see that as much. We see the fun loving, Enzo and Big Cass, but we don't really see this vicious side of him, which I kind of liked. To me, the Sasha Banks segment felt a little bit weird. I felt like, obviously, you should be emotional for every victory and like or defeat, whatever. You should have emotions and kind of convey that to the audience so they have the emotion. But I was like, why is she so emotional over a Roadblock loss? even WWE doesn't care about Roadblock. Why do you care about it? I mean, I don't know. It was not even a big show. I mean, if she lost at like, Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, okay, but like, is
The only thing I could think of would be that like Charlotte got that last victory on her, because like they were promoting it as like the last of the
yeah,
rivalry or whatever. So maybe that's what they were trying to convey there. It seemed like.
yeah. And also, why she only got one crutch? They can give her a pair. Why that is? Why everyone else gets two crutches? Everyone who has ever come out on a WWE taping with crutches had two, and then Sasha, she only gets one. I think that's discrimination. That's sexist. We want equal rights for our women. Okay,
And their
she,
crutches.
yeah, yeah. Damn it, it's all Vince's fault. And then, oh my God, we actually saw Cedric and Alicia together. It exists. It's an actual thing. They're quote. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. Dating. I don't know if it's an actual thing in real life because sometimes they do throw in actual, relationships into the storyline. I don't know. I haven't looked anything up because honestly, I don't care. Um, and then we got the unveiling of the brand new Raw Tag Team Championships. Now,
Did you brand new the? Did you air quote the brand new as well? Please tell me you did.
no, I didn't actually. But WWE. Listen, when I said that all you need to do is change them to red, I was joking. That was a joke. That I wasn't serious, and you did that. But I actually like them. I'm sure we'll do a separate video kind of talking about the Raw Tag Team Championships and the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But I actually like them. I feel like they did it right with the Raw Tag Team Championships as opposed to the Universal title. I feel like the plate kind of gives it enough contrast to it doesn't look like a fruit roll up. And I actually thought it looked good on them on Sheamus and Cesaro. More so Cesaro because Sheamus is just all red everything. Get it? Because he's
Respect the Hawk, Casey.
I don't respect the Hawk. I can't do it. And I love the Braun Strowman segment in the backstage, just kind of going crazy. But I don't know how you felt about it, but I almost couldn't take it seriously. It just seemed too comical for me, just the way all the backstage staff were selling. And I feel like that's how, backstage staff always sell things. Like they do it way over the top, and it kind of ends up more comical than anything, which is kind of what they're going for a little bit. But and then I don't know why, but they didn't show Noam Dar's entrance, but they showed Cedric's. But they come in right as JoJo's saying, and his opponent, Cedric Alexander. Bruh, you couldn't cut like a minute before that. Like not even a minute, a couple seconds.
It's funny because they act like they don't have all this time on Raw.
Yeah. We got a 3-hour show, but we don't have enough time to have Noam Dar's entrance. We don't have it. We don't have it. He's just gonna be in the ring, and you're gonna question it, but we don't care. We're WWE. But I love what they're doing with Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar. I love how Noam Dar is kind of this creep a little bit. I definitely am getting. I like all the kind of feuds that are sort of stemming from 205 Live. I think they're at least starting them off really well. And now how they kind of build them up and keep them going depends. But and then we get the New Day. I love the the joke they made. They said Ric Flair couldn't have become 16-time world champion without losing 15 times. And then Big E says, and that'll be Charlotte in about a month. And it was so good. Apparently, and I haven't checked because I don't really go to WWE's YouTube page, but apparently they cut out that part for the YouTube channel. Which
Why? That was hilarious. That like I caught that too. That was hilarious. Like I don't know. Like I and that's kind of what's wrong with WWE nowadays. Is like even the wrestlers pick up on some of the stuff, and they give them a little bit of like I guess promo freedom or creative freedom, and then they're like, nope, let's take that away. I don't. So
yeah.
dumb.
And
But that was hilarious though.
I don't know about you, but I feel like they're trying to start the I'm the tag team champions thing that Daniel Bryan and Kane had with Cesaro and Sheamus. I was like, no, don't do that. Don't. No. It hasn't been long enough.
Did you hold up real quick while we're talking about Cesaro and Sheamus? Did you catch Cesaro try to take his pants off and he couldn't get them?
No.
On the ramp, he was doing his whole like rip my clothes off gimmick, and he could not get the pants off. Like he got him like all the way down, but there was like this one spot down at the bottom that he couldn't get. It was hilarious.
But I love the segment with Sheamus and Cesaro and the New Day. Then the club came out and made it even better. And then the
nerd. I love freaking Gallows. Nerd.
And then the Shining Stars come out, and
they were good. They were good in it.
No, I don't know. I can't say
they need to like if WWE knew how to build more than one team. Like the Shining Stars could be really good. Like they're really good as cheesy heels.
I don't know.
I every time they come out, I'm like, come to Puerto Rico. I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited, but like WWE's just not building them up as like the good cheesy heels that they could.
I don't know. I mean, they did give me a really good deal at the Shining Star Resort, so that's cool. But I don't know. But the tag team match was pretty good. I didn't think there was anything spectacular in it. But there's just something about Anderson that I love. I want them to build up the club so much, and they're just not. Like they had this really, really good debut and build up, and then let's give the titles and push everyone else. And you're kind of gonna forget about the club, but then we're gonna bring them back sporadically, just so you remember that they're there. But we're not gonna do anything with them. But they're really talented, but we're not gonna do anything with them. They were really good in Japan, but we're not gonna do anything with them. Hey, remember when they were in the Bullet Club? But we're not gonna do anything with them. That's WWE. I also loved Neville's promo. I love the storyline they started building with the two heels, Neville and Kendrick, kind of wanting to teach Swan some respect as they see it. The whole segment was awesome. The freaking sensitivity training with Enzo was just, oh my god. It was good. It kind of, again, it was funny, but 3-hour Raw, maybe more wrestling. I'm just saying. But it was good. It gave some other guys that don't get a lot of camera time, like like Enzo and
Bo Dallas. Can we say Bogan?
Wait, what I was confused is why randomly those three guys? Like What? I was so confused. Um,
Remember when they were pushing Bo Dallas for that couple of weeks, and then he got buried by Sami Zayn? How often can you say that someone got buried by Sami Zayn?
hey, remember when we were making Darren Young great again?
Yeah, remember that Intercontinental Championship match we were supposed to care about?
Yeah. Remember Ginger?
Remember Jinder Mahal coming back and we were so excited, and then he turned into a jobber?
Anyway, and then we move on, and as soon as I saw Sin Cara versus Titus, I knew something was going on. Something was going to get interrupted because we can never just have a match with Titus or Sin Cara without something happening. It doesn't happen. Um, when Sin Cara did the suicide dive onto Braun Strowman, he almost tornado DDT'd Braun Strowman into the corner of the barricade. I don't know if you saw that, but I was like, ooh, that was almost bad. That was almost really bad. Then I loved Rusev attacking Enzo after the sensitivity training, and even though Jinder Mahal was like technically helping with the attack and everything, it felt like he was just kind of there. Like
That's about right. It's Jinder Mahal.
He felt so out of place, but I was like, I feel bad for him. I'm like, you should have not signed back with WWE. Like, I know you probably needed the money, but you didn't even get a push. Like, when you come back to WWE and you don't even get a push, that's when you know you shouldn't have come back to WWE. Just but yeah, I liked Raw. It was entertaining. I don't know exactly. I don't feel like there was anything spectacular about Raw, but for some reason, from start to finish, it was just an entertaining show. But DJ, Raw.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Starting out with the well, technically I started off with the Neville segment, but I'm gonna start from the beginning. Starting off with the Mick Foley, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho thing. That was hilarious. Um, I love the kind of like the cheesy comedy portion of it with Jericho going into the to the shark cage, and I, you know Kevin Owens just like, get out of there. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I love that. I thought that was hilarious. I also like Jericho being afraid of spiders, heights, and what was the other thing he was afraid of? I couldn't remember, but I thought they were all the same. Like they were all like similar words, so he kept using them interchangeably, and I thought that was funny. Yeah, definitely like the aggressiveness from Big Cass. I want to see where they're gonna keep building this feud too. I like that a lot. I like the sensitivity training. That was hilarious. The Bogan and freaking Enzo acting like gender. That was pretty funny. And then freaking what is it? I think she said like you gotta like work it out or something, and Bob Backlund gets up and start doing squats. That was funny too. Um, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Enzo trying to get the get the girl's number at the end too. That was funny. Um,
I'm almost convinced that Bob Backlund legitimately has no idea what's going on ever. Like, I don't think it's a gimmick. I think he has no idea what's going on.
probably, probably. But I like the Nia Jax Sasha Banks thing. I like that just because like it builds another feud outside of the title, which is always good. Which is something we really haven't had like a meaningful feud outside of the title, because that Nia and Sasha are obviously going to be around the title at some point in the future. Um, so I like that they're building something with this. I hope that they make this into a second, like kind of a secondary feud with the women, because that would be nice. Because you might as well build some other people up in the division while you're obviously you got your title feud.
Why would you ever do that? This is WWE.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, but I like the love the Cedric Alexander Noam Dar stuff. I just love how Noam Dar says Cedric Alexander's girlfriend. I love it. I freaking I love it. He cracks me up with that. Alicia Fox. I
Foxy,
love Foxy, baby.
Foxy,
I love it.
Christmas is you.
I freaking love it. No dog has me cracking up with that stuff. It was actually weird because I didn't watch the second part of Raw, if I'm not mistaken, until I watched 205 Live. So I was watching Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar do their little thing on 205 Live, and I saw Alexander come out with Alicia Fox, and like it was awkward. I don't know if you got this feel, but it was awkward because Alicia Fox was trying to do her little skip thing, but like Cedric was just walking, and he's like you got to slow down a little bit, it's a little much. I just thought that was funny. Um, I enjoyed the New Day uh, Club, Shining Stars, and Sheamus and Cesaro segment. I like the new. I do like the new titles. I do think they look better. They're the same exact title, but I think they look better. They don't look like just something that was cheaply made to a certain degree. But I do like them though. Yeah, I like the New Day's comment with Charlotte. That was hilarious. Um, that was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. Um, but yeah, like I still don't understand why the club aren't champions. It just doesn't make sense to me. And like I said before, I want to see the Shining Stars just be like just be cheesy heels. Just they're doing a good job with it. They're doing a great job with these stupid pamphlets. And I always enjoy when they come out, but like they just don't come out enough. So because like it's kind of like in this moment, like they felt like they were out of place. I don't know if you got that vibe, but
I
like I didn't expect the Shining Stars to come out.
like I like that they do the pamphlets and stuff, but I feel like Breezango do a similar thing with the tickets being the fashion police,
Yeah,
but I feel like that's getting over more and we see them less, which is weird. Like I feel like we see the shining stars more than them,
yeah,
but you're getting over more.
yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know how to explain it because like I like the Shining Stars, but man, like I don't know what it is. There's something about them that's weird. But I like the Neville Swan stuff. I love that. I love Neville as a heel. I think it's great. I love him as a more serious heel. We talked about this. I think we talked about this on the end of the line review. I enjoy Neville as a kind of a more serious heel this time around instead of like the cocky heel. It fits him a lot now because like obviously Neville feels like he's overlooked, and I like that. I like that you know um, he's kind of protesting that a little bit. He should probably join the DCC. I'm just saying. But
I like that he's angry, but it's specific. He's angry about, he's always been the little guy and people overlooked him and
yeah,
didn't respect him. And it kind of, it goes towards it goes with the cruiserweights. That's how a lot of them feel.
yeah,
It's like he's a heel, but he's unintentionally advocating for them a little bit, I feel like.
yeah, yeah. And I like that. I like Neville. Like his entire like demeanor's changed. Even his entrance, even though it's the same entrance, he doesn't do the little. I don't know what the thing he does with his hands. He doesn't do that anymore. He just goes to the ring, and I like that. I'm fine with keeping the cape. I'm fine with keeping what makes his entrance cool. But I'm glad he kind of at least did a little slight change with that. Oh yeah, Sin Cara and Titus O'Neil. I like Braun Strowman beating up everyone tonight. I thought that was nice. That was a nice touch. Um, I like. I thought the Bailey versus Charlotte match was for the title, so I was really confused when Bailey won. Um, like until the end when she was just announced as the winner, not the new champion. I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay. I was so confused with that. Um, but yeah, like I mean, I thought Raw was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think oddly enough, we talk about this all the time, but oddly enough, I think I like the segments more than I like the matches. I think I was more entertained by the segments than I were the matches.
Yeah.
And I definitely because I and this is why I came up with that idea to talk about like what's missing in wrestling, like what's kind of what's the thing that has pulled people away from wrestling. And no, don't say John Cena. That's not it. But I wanted to do that because all week I've been talking to people who like used to be wrestling fans. Um, and and they're like, it just doesn't have that same like flair anymore. But what's missing? What I know what my opinion on what's missing is, but I kind of wanted to hear your opinion when we do talk about that. I guess we'll do it in like a separate video or something. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed Raw though. I liked it. I liked it a lot. All right, so let's go to SmackDown. SmackDown Live actually, because it's live. James Ellsworth died. He's dead. It's over. Um, he's done. So it's pretty much it. He's dead. Last episode for James Ellsworth. Um, Apollo lose. Hashtag Apollo lose. I'll just leave that there. Um, Natalia admitting to attacking Nikki. Okay. Okay. Like it would be a little bit different if I cared, but I don't. So um, La Luchadora versus Alexa Bliss. I remember you were watching this when we were doing picks, right? So I was looking at that and I was like, they couldn't give this girl a blue mask. Like they couldn't give her like a mask that actually matched. They had to throw on just whatever random mask they could find in the back. I thought that was hilarious. And then but the only thing I didn't like about it is I think they gave it away too quick. Like, cause for some reason, I don't know, naive me, didn't know it was Becky Lynch. I'll be honest, I had no idea. Now, albeit I was doing picks, so I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know why the match was even happening. So I really didn't know anything about it. But I didn't know it was Becky Lynch. So I wish they wouldn't have done the disarmor to end the match. They should have ended it in some other way. Um, and just to make the reveal be a little bit like, oh my god, what? That's pretty cool. I think they should have did that. But the Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins match, I like that they're trying to do something with Kurt Hawkins and Mojo Rawley since Zack Ryder's out. But I don't know, like it's not gonna go anywhere. Like it's SmackDown and like Kurt Hawkins, they're not gonna do anything with him. Like it's unfortunate, but it's true. They're not gonna do anything with him. They had all this hype around his debut, and it took him so long to debut, and it was a cool thing, and face the facts and all this, but they're not doing anything with Kurt Hawkins. It's a true and honest fact of life right now. And then we got the Dolph Ziggler Baron Corbin match, which I loved. I like the stipulation that if Dolph Ziggler lost, Baron Corbin would get a shot. I like that a lot. And I like that it was a double count out because I think that's a good thing for protecting Ziggler to a certain degree, but also protecting Baron Corbin, next week when they don't win the title. Because obviously they're not going to win the title. AJ Styles is going to keep it. But at least now, like, it's going to protect them both a little bit because it's a triple threat match. You never know what could happen. And that's kind of what they're trying to do. I like the little wild card finals thing, but where was the semifinals and the quarterfinals? I'm just saying, like y'all calling it wild card finals, but I don't see no semis, I don't see no quarters. I'm just saying, I don't see it. But I enjoy SmackDown for the most part. I just think right now SmackDown has a lot of stuff that I'm just kind of like about. Like even the Becky Lynch Alexa Bliss stuff, I'm just kind of like, well, Alexa's gonna win because duh.
Latest of all time.
No, she can't even hold her own belt. But anyway, like they need to just swap that out with the replica and help her out just a little bit. Like she's struggling. she need to wear them around her waist or something. Like she's struggling right now. But yeah, I mean, I think Raw actually had the better show this week. I don't know how to feel about the AJ Styles James Ellsworth thing. because I think the Ellsworth turn thing, like that was a cool moment, but what was the real reason for it? Like now, albeit I don't expect Ellsworth to beat AJ Styles, but like that's kind of my issue with that is like, what was the real reason for the turn now? Like, yeah, to get his shot, that's fine, but like he got he's dead. I mean, it's official. He's dead.
Did you see him later? Did you see him with Carmella?
Bailey. Did you see that meme with Big Cass? I don't know if you saw that meme on the internet with Big Cass where Carmelo was like, "I'll help you, James," and then Big Cass with his like meanest face they could find was like, "What you say?" But yeah, I mean, I just think that Raw just it's kind of a little bit more interesting right now. Now, albeit Raw is just now building to their next or to Royal Rumble now, so I don't know. It'll be interesting though. Casey, thoughts on SmackDown Live?
First of all, James is fine. We saw it. He's fine. He's good. See, he had to give AJ, he had to give AJ one win before he takes the title. You know, he doesn't want to make him look completely weak. You know, so he gets that one win, and then James takes the title.
That one win like that, like that though. like I get making someone look strong, but man,
shut up.
Just saying.
But I liked AJ kind of using the beams under the ring. I haven't seen anyone actually do that before. You know, that's one of, you know, you don't think of using like the underside of the ring as a weapon. I don't feel like, obviously, you know, they use the ring apron and everything like that, but they used like the actual like beams under the ring, which was kind of a cool spot there. I mean, not for James because, ow,
he's dead.
He not dead. He fine. He good. He's, you know, apparently with Carmella now, which I was like, what?
I love how this man, like anybody else would have been fine. James Ellsworth got to come out completely wrapped up. Like this man just left the ICU. Like this man escaped from the ICU. Like it wasn't even like he just left. Like this man escaped from the ICU.
It was so great. He's like, his shoulders wrapped up, his arms wrapped up. He has a boot on one leg and a different kind of boot on the other. Like, what? But yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna do with him now. I would hate for them to just, which is they'll probably do it because that's what they always do. But I would hate to just go drowned in like the jobbers now after they gave him a contract. Why would you give him a contract if you're not gonna do anything with him? So I hope they continue doing something with him. You know, I like him. He my boy.
Any man with two hands, Casey.
Yeah, any man with two hands and an awkward picture on a T-shirt of your face is, you know, I still got to get that shirt. I really do. I still
they gonna take it off quicker than Alexa Bliss's shirt.
They never gonna take Alexa's shirt off ever. It's gonna be there forever. But I still couldn't care less about the Nikki and Natty storyline. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. And it's WWE's fault. You know, I wanted to care about Natty, and then, you know, we see how they've booked her since she debuted. Like, she's been there for a while, so but I also had no idea that was Becky Lynch in the mask. I was watching it trying to figure out, like, who is this? Like, is this going to be some surprise debut? What is this? Is it Blue Pants? But for some reason, it didn't look like her. Like, I don't know. And then when she took the mask off, I was like, oh okay. Okay. But I just don't know what they're doing with that storyline. I love, I feel like they both work well together. It's just I don't know what they're doing with them. And again, it kind of goes to and Amy has said it multiple times. They haven't booked Becky well in WWE in general. They started her off in NXT as the stereotypical, "Hey, I'm Irish, let me dance." And then they started doing well, when they teamed her up with Sasha Banks, and I feel like she did well in NXT. But then as soon as she got to the main roster, they just haven't. I mean, look at her title run. Like, it was so
She had a
bland.
title run.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think that WWE needs to do something with Kurt Hawkins. He's
They
good.
won't.
I know, but they
Remember
need.
Kurt Hawkins' first run? They won't.
I mean, at least his first run, he was with Edge, so he kind of, it helped.
They still didn't do anything with him.
It's true. But I mean, look what they've done with.
He was basically the Basham brothers in the cabinet.
Nobody is the Basham brothers in the cabinet, except for the Basham brothers in the cabinet. But I mean, he's entertaining. He's good in the ring. I think if they gave him a push, the fans would love him. And
they're planning on re-signing Chris Hero.
Yeah, I saw that.
Please don't.
But why? He's good.
I like Chris. He's gonna fall into the Kurt Hawkins mode. It's gonna be the same situation. I'm tired of WWE wasting their money signing all these people, and then gender mahaling them.
Yeah. And then I didn't want to see Baron Corbin, Ziggler, like 38. I've seen them wrestle so many times. I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. Just stop.
I did like Baron Corbin on the mic this week. I like the little man stuff. I do. Little man. I don't know. I mark out over crap like that. I like bully Baron Corbin.
You like big guys, like Big Mike.
Big Mike. I mean, I can't help it. Somebody got to stick up for the big guys nowadays, man. Shout out to Ryback, my boy, Ryan Reeves. Big Mike. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give you NXT, which stands for
Naturally Existing Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
It is.
By the way, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, they was looking fine this week again. Like, they can put them on my screen every single week if they want to. Please.
See, and that's let's start off with Billy Kay with Peyton Royce versus Daria Berenato. Yeah.
Can they get Daria out of this generic freaking boxer gimmick she's in? Like, the gimmick isn't even generic. It's just her entrance is so bad. Her entrance is the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Yeah,
she's supposed to be the heel Rocky. How? How that work?
She's supposed to be the heel Rocky, but she in a feud against heels. So, what is this? But I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, I need my Alexa Cam, I need my Liv Cam. I'm gonna also need a Peyton Royce Cam, please. Just
okay then. See, you coming around. Around.
Girl.
I mean, I'll be honest though. Like, that was something missing from Peyton Royce tonight. She didn't do her little upside down Venus flytrap thing. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then we had the Authors of Pain versus Jobber Force. I think 5 now. I forgot. Which Jobber we're at right now. But, but the Authors of Pain legitimately hurt another jobber. I know there was another match a while back where I think it was like a house show or something where they hurt another jobber. But this one where they had to force the end the match again. But this one they also had to end the match. Man, it does build up the oh my god they're monsters, but that like if you just hurting guys, like you need to stop just hurting guys. Just stop. It's not good. But I assume he was actually injured. It looked like he was actually hurt. But and I don't know. I still love Nikki Cross and Asuka's backstage segments, kind of teasing a feud with them. I love it. I'm definitely getting excited about that. Ty Dillinger sucks. I just put it in my notes just to remind everyone that Ty Dillinger is the absolute worst ever.
First off, Casey, screw you, NXT. You absolutely blow. I hate you. How they gonna do him like that? Come on. We don't like TNA talent, but let's push him all the doggone time since we can't build our own talent, even though we built the man and he got himself over. What is this, man?
Hold up. Let me get into this match. Let me. Okay, we got Bobby Roode versus Andrade Cien Almas, who I actually feel bad for because they have booked him horribly, and the fans just don't care already. Versus Roddy Strong versus the perfect buffoon, Ty Can't Finish a Feud Dillinger. I loved this match. And let me tell you why I loved this match. Ty got so close, only to be shown where his true place is, laying on the mat in the losers column. That's right, he lost. Again, there's the unemployment line. Get in it. DJ, NXT.
This man still won more matches than Liv Morgan has. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there real quick. Yeah, the let's just start from where you left off. Poor Andrade, poor fella. Like I was excited to see him in this match though because Lord knows he deserves it. I know I haven't been hard on him, but I know I went through the whole spell of I don't know you type thing. But like I know you, seeing I got you, bro. I see you. But I was excited that he was in this match since they had like made that heel thing a big thing, and then I was excited to see him in this match. Why? Like I know you don't like Ty Dillinger because of no reason at all, realistically, but
Sucks.
he really doesn't though. This man is, I don't even know if he's younger than Dolph Ziggler, but this man is just a younger Dolph Ziggler, and this match only proved it.
Except Dolph Ziggler doesn't suck. Dolph Ziggler can finish feuds.
I'm sure we can point to at least one feud that Dolph Ziggler hasn't finished.
Nope, never. He finishes everything he starts.
He also loses a whole freaking lot. But like this is the issue with NXT right now. Now, albeit this was a good show, I enjoyed it. I felt like all the matches had purpose. Even the Jobber Force match number 3. But still, like I and I don't know. It was the fan in me, really. Like I'm not really mad. I'm fine. It was just a fan in me that really wanted Ty Dillinger to win. Because the issue is whoever faces Nakamura is gonna lose anyway. Am I wrong? I'm really not. So this will be the perfect time. Get it? I didn't even mean to do that. But this would be the perfect time to have Ty Dillinger go for the NXT title, so at least he can be seen as a legitimate threat in the NXT scene. Because, LOL, who the heck else is?
You know what? You're right. He deserved that match. I would love to see him get killed.
I mean, it wouldn't be any. It wouldn't be any worse than Liv Morgan versus Asuka.
She had that match. She had that.
Yeah. She had that match land on the mat like that.
No, she had some good shots in there. She was holding her own until.
Yeah, Asuka did. She got some good shots on Liv. Yeah, she did.
No, Liv had it. Liv had it, and then she got distracted for a split second, and then yeah,
she got beat. Anyway, this is just a good match though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed like just the pure emotion by Ty Dillinger. Just like cause it's kind of like his entire NXT career. I'm so close. I'm this close. I'm this close. I'm this close. And it didn't happen. And that's a good storyline to a certain degree, but you can't do it for too long because you turned it off Ziggler. And no one wants to turn it off Ziggler. Because I mean, even when he was teaming with Jason Jordan, it was like I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close to these tag titles, and then nope. I can't take it anymore. But I enjoyed this match though. I was excited. I was glad that it was an elimination match. I thought that was cool. And it was a long elimination match too, which I liked. And I think everybody kind of got their stuff in, which was nice to see too. Even Andrade, who, but yeah, like I mean, I just enjoyed the match overall. I was excited that Rude won, but then again, I was just kind of like, Rude's gonna lose to Nakamura anyway, so why not just let Ty Dillinger take that loss for Rude, and then continue to build Nakamura versus Rude up. But whatever, I guess. The Authors of Pain versus the Jobbers. Yeah, it was fun. I just like Paul Ellering at the end of the match. Just making their intentions clear. That's what I liked about it, and that's kind of what the purpose of the match was a little bit too. We're still destroying people. We're coming after your titles. See you soon. I like that. And then Billie Kay versus Daria. Yeah, Daria's so generic. Like the bad part is she doesn't even have to be generic. Like I like the gimmick. It plays off of her whole, I'm from MMA background and all that stuff. But like she doesn't have to do the whole like God, I don't even know what to call like that generic boxer entrance that you start off with on WWE 2K16. She don't have to do that. Like we can figure out something else. Like just have her be intense or something. And I would be happy. Have her be intense, throw a couple punches, and that's pretty much it. Because I like the style that she has as far as in the ring. I think she's fine in the ring. I just don't like how generic she kind of is right now, entrance wise. But love Billie Kay, love Peyton Royce as usual. I just love Billie Kay's freaking cape. I love Billie Kay's cape, and I love her music. Music gets me hype. But yeah, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they run the division. They coming back, baby. They doing their thing. And I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I'm hoping that they continue with this because I definitely, like what's happening. I definitely enjoy kind of what they're doing with this. But I mean, I enjoyed NXT this week. I thought it was good. The main event definitely made the show, but I think like every match kind of had purpose. I guess to a certain degree. I don't know. Well, even Billie Kay versus Daria, at least there was something behind it. There was some sort of story behind it. But anyway, let's jump into 205 Live. We had Aria Daivari versus Lindsay Dorado. I definitely enjoy the matches on 205 Live. I enjoy the matches on 205 Live. I don't know what it is. Like the crowd might not be into them, but I enjoy them. I don't know what it is about them, but I enjoy them. I like that Daivari after the match called Gallagher a scoundrel. I thought that was hilarious. I like Daivari. I wish they would quit with the generic racist heel heat they're trying to get him. Like I can't understand you, so LOL, we don't like you. Like stop it. Stop that. And then the Cedric Alexander, Drew Gulak stuff. I like that. I like Drew Gulak, but how you gonna leave a man's coat behind? Man, come on. You know he wasn't gonna win without his coat. Come on now. I didn't like that. But I like how they continue to build the Noam Dar, Alicia Fox stuff. I love that. Alicia Fox. I freaking love it. Noam Dar has me cracking up all the time with that. And then the tag team main event, I enjoyed it. I like how they're continuing to build um, through 205 Live. I like how they're building on Raw and building on 205 Live, but some feuds just get built on 205 Live. I like that a lot. Well, for the most part, actually, they've all of these feuds that we saw at least this week have been building through both shows. So I like that. I like the consistency. I like that they're doing a good job with it. I still love that Neville can do his high flying stuff without and still be a heel. I like that a lot. But I definitely enjoyed 205 Live. I thought it was a good show. I hope they can continue with it. It kind of gives you a little bit of hope for the UK show. It's probably going to be UK Live or something, because everything's got to be live nowadays. So it's probably going to be like UK Live or something like that. But Casey, thoughts on 205 Live?
I liked it. I did. I definitely agree, and I said it on the Raw portion. They are doing really good with creating these feuds and building them up, and building them up on Raw and Smack and 205 Live. I just think they need to somehow, I don't know, show more of 205 Live on Raw or something, because I feel like still some of the Raw fans are kind of like, who are these guys? They haven't really been introduced enough. And we've talked about this over, the past couple of weeks, how, it's kind of like, who are these guys? Because not everybody watched the Cruiserweight Classic. I don't know why, because it was on WWE
They deserve a thorough thrashing.
They do. They deserve a thorough thrashing by Sir Jack Gallagher. My hero, your hero, everyone's hero. But Arya Daivari versus Lince Dorado. It was a good match. There was random Austin Aries chants that got me laughing a little bit. I was hoping for some sort of distraction or interference from Jack, just to kind of keep building that up a little bit. There wasn't any, which was kind of let me down a little bit. But how dare you, good sir, Mr. Daivari? You do not steal scoundrel from Jack. That is his insult. That you don't you come up with your own lines, okay, sir.
He did. His line was the part we couldn't understand, so we'll boo him.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll give you that. But still, nobody says scoundrel except for Jack, because he's the only one that could pull it off and make it awesome. There was a great backstage segment with Neville and Kendrick, which I liked, followed by another Tajiri coming soon promo. Definitely excited for Tajiri to come to 205 Live. I kind of want to see what they do with him, if they throw him into a storyline, or if they just kind of have him as filler or enhancement or whatever. Either way, it's going to be cool to see Tajiri again. After the last time we saw him was in the Cruiserweight Classic. So I'm definitely excited for him to come back. And then Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak, he came out with a purpose. He was mad because they took away his coat. Yep, it's probably Vince. Took away his coat. Poor man. But another really good match. I loved Noam Dar coming out after Alicia was hurt at ringside. What I didn't understand, and I don't know if you kind of picked up on this, was kind of her reaction. Like last week, she was all creeped out by him, and this week she was, she had no negative reaction toward him coming out, and even allowed him to help her to the back. Like, yeah. I felt like would have, wanted to push him away, or no, leave me alone. But it was like, oh, sure, yeah, help me to the back. Like it didn't make sense to me. Um, but also, I think we need Jack Gallagher video packages weekly, and Jack Gallagher promos weekly. I think that needs to be a thing. Um, Also, like I said on the Raw segment or portion, I love Noam Dar in this storyline, and how they're building him as kind of this creepy guy, kind of trying to sneak in and steal Alicia Fox away. She has no interest in him at all. I'm definitely interested in it. And then the main event was Neville and the Brian Kendrick versus TJ Perkins and Rich Swann. I love the viciousness of Neville in this match. I feel like the main roster would have killed his return already. But the fact that he is technically on the main roster in Raw, but he's more on 205 Live. Is definitely helping the return. Being that this was Neville's first official match back in a long time, it feels like. I don't even remember when his last match was before that, because I think
was it the one against Jericho?
Might have been.
No. Remember, because he had came back. I don't know if you remember, because remember he broke his, I think it was his heel against Jericho, and then he had came back for like 1 second. You remember that?
I think so, yeah.
Because he came back as like a face. He came back as like the same person for like 1 week. It was like really short.
Yeah, but I love with him being a heel now. I was kind of curious if and how he would his moveset would change. But on a side note, I need to know where do I get a pair of shiny tights like Kendrick had. I need to know. I need to know where I need to get those, because I need to rock those. I think I could do it. I know with the new features in 2K17 I can make them now, but I need some in real life that I can rock out. Because I think I could pull it off. I personally do. I think I could pull them off.
Good.
I can do it. But yeah, 205 Live was definitely good. I like the continuous building on these storylines. Again, the only thing, and I kind of mentioned this, I think it was either last week or on the Breaking Ground. I think it was the Roadblock predictions. Is they're building up all of these storylines, which is great, but where does it lead to? Because the next pay-per-view, as we know, is Royal Rumble, and I don't think they'll have these big matches on Royal Rumble. It's one of the big four, and I don't think they care enough about the cruiserweights to put them on the show. That brings you to the month after, and I don't think these storylines will. I don't think they'll keep them going that long. So it's like, where are these storylines specifically going to kind of peak? Because I like them all, and I want to see kind of that big, pay-per-view match for and all these storylines. But I don't think they'll do it at Royal Rumble. So do they, keep these storylines going extra long? Which, I mean, they could. They used to do that, back in the Attitude Era. They would have storylines go for 2-3 months. But I feel like nowadays, you get a storyline, for a month, and then it changes after that pay-per-view. And I think that goes towards fans have shorter attention spans now, it feels like. But I'm wondering what they're going to do with all these storylines, because they have really good storylines.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. I don't know. But anyway, that was your weekly WWE review. I definitely think this is a good week for WWE. I don't know if you enjoyed Roadblock, but I did. Um, I think for the most part. Um, and I think if nothing else, Raw, NXT, and 205 Live was good, and I think SmackDown, it wasn't necessarily bad. It just wasn't. There was just a couple of things that I was just like, I could do without this. But definitely a good week. We got the Raw pay per view SmackDown coming up probably tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow slash today. We also have the TNA review coming up here soon. And that's about it. That's about it. We do hope you guys enjoyed. If we don't see you again, if we should see you again for Christmas time, but if we don't see you again, hope you have a Merry Christmas and a happy. Well, we'll see you before the new year, but a happy New Year because it goes together and stuff. But anyway, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. That's about it. We will see you guys later next time on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.